didn't make anything today. I just couldn't get a feel for them. I don't know. Some putts were slow, some putts were fast, and I just had a hard time getting my speed right.
Tiger, do you have a feel for why you're just not putting as well as you were, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago?
Well, I think I was leading the tour going into the last couple of weeks. I don't know what you're talking about.
What would happen in majors? Do you feel like you're putting as well in majors as you used to?
Yeah.
You feel like the course is set up to reward good shots and to give you chances to be aggressive at certain times?
At certain times, yeah. I mean, there's some difficult pins out there. A couple of them are, on ridges and are really close. You got to really, position your shots well. If you leave yourself on the correct spots, you can be pretty aggressive with some putts, and they're not that fast uphill into the green. So, if you put yourself in the correct spots, I mean, you can really take a pretty good run at it and be aggressive. But if you put the ball in the wrong spots, yeah, it's tough to make putts.
Other than that bad week at Memorial, and as you said the other day, I mean, it's a bad week. We all have bad weeks. But, you've been playing so well and so consistently. And when you're playing that well and then you come here and after a round like today, is it that much more disappointing?
Yeah, it is certainly frustrating because I certainly feel like I was playing well this week, and I just didn't make the putts I needed to make. The first 2 days I had 3 putts, and I was 4 shots off the lead, and I missed a boatload of putts within 10 feet. So I really wasn't that far off. If I clean up the round and don't 3-putt, I'm 1 shot back starting out today. So it just basically I just didn't have the speed right, this week, and it certainly showed.
Is this as penal a U.S. Open setup as you've played?
Most definitely because of the pins. I think. I mean, it's the long holes are playing really long. The short holes obviously short, but the thing is, the pins that they're giving us out there are really tough. Look at what they did at 7 and 8 today. A couple short holes, but seven's 1 step and a half over the top of the ridge, and eight's on the downslope a little bit, and it's a pretty steep slope. So I mean, they got some really tough ones out there, and 17's right in the middle of the green, but it's on a swale and right between 2 knobs, and it's 253. They got some really good pins out there. But as I said, if you put them all in the right spots, you got uphill putts, and you can be really aggressive.
Tiger, I think a lot of people thought this was your best chance at winning a major in a while. How disappointed are you to go into Sunday and not really have a chance now?
It certainly is frustrating. At Augusta, I was pretty close, and I had the lead at one point, and hit that flag and end up in the water. And this week, as I said, I was cleaning up the rounds. I'm 1 shot off the lead starting the last day without any 3 putts, and I'm playing well enough to do it, and unfortunately, just haven't gotten it done.
Talk about being paired with Rory McIlroy for the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, first 3 rounds, and we played Wednesday together. So we've seen each other just every day this week, seems like, and we both struggled today. We both didn't get ourselves back in the tournament. We did what we needed to do at the first hole, got off some nice starts. He made a mistake at the second, and I made a few mistakes on the front nine myself.
Pitch that came back to you at 6, was that an execution thing, or did the course take that one from you?
At 6, no, at 6 was it was a little bit into the grain. I had to throw it up, and so I had to try and shallow it out, and I did it too much. It was a tough little shot. I felt that it wasn't necessarily that shot. I think the five really turned my round around. I drove right in the middle of the fairway, and I ended up in a ball mark from somebody else's ball mark. So it's kind of the way it went.